This episode is mainly about diagnostics, for riders who like doing it themselves, and technicians who just started out. If you're watching seriously, same old saying, don't freeload off me. Like, follow, and favorite. So what exactly happened? Actually, the diagnosis started before the bike even arrived. This rider's vehicle stalled on the highway. The battery voltage suddenly dropped on the highway, and it stalled immediately. Here's the key part. It stalled while riding. After getting a clear answer on that, we arrived at a preliminary diagnosis. After that, it's the usual talk about whether to push the bike, and reminders to stay safe, that kind of thing. Once the bike got to the shop, we did a full check of the electrical system. Turn on the ignition. The remote turns fine. The voltage reads only 9 volts. Press the horn. The horn is very weak. No response when starting. Then open the seat. Take the battery out and go charge it. Then swap in a charged battery. Close it back up. Before connecting the power, you need to check this battery's voltage with a multimeter. Before it's connected, this battery reads 13 volts. Then connect it up as normal. With power available, it should basically start up fine. Did it engage as soon as you heard it start? The overrunning clutch. After starting, hook up the voltmeter. Once connected, the battery voltage is 12.2 volts. Then as the RPM increases, watch to see if the voltage climbs. The voltage doesn't move at all, which proves this bike isn't charging the battery. It also proves that while riding, the battery drained completely, causing it to stall. Now here's the question, is the battery itself faulty? That's exactly why we charged the battery first, instead of jump-starting it directly, because only after charging it can we tell whether it holds a charge. Now we know this bike isn't charging, and only 2 parts can cause that. Which 2 parts are they? The magneto, stator, and the voltage regulator. First let's rule out the magneto. It's usually on the left side of the bike. Find this wiring and trace it up to the magneto's connector. Here it is. These are the 3 red wires on the magneto connector. Then test each of these 3 connector pins for continuity, resistance, and input voltage. Continuity checks out fine. The resistance is fine too. The AC voltage is fluctuating, so the output voltage might be off. After testing, the magneto isn't working. Just replace the magneto and the overrunning clutch, and it's done. To save the owner a couple days hassle, we got it done overnight. Come take a look, keeping this part on the low. Before it got to the shop the money was fine, but the moment it enters a repair shop, a part gets swapped. It's installed, let's start it up. Look, the voltage has come back. 14 volts. Let's check whether the battery is charging now. 14 volts proves the bike is now charging. I talked a lot in this episode. Did you all learn something?